Hello, dear Scorpio, and welcome to your astrology horoscope for November 2019. We have some exciting and important things to discuss with you guys. Mercury will turn retrograde and then direct in your own sign, Scorpio. So that's kind of the key event for you. But also, we have one of the most positive aspects, Venus and Jupiter, some challenging connections between Mars, Pluto, and Uranus. So you will learn how all of that will trigger your own sign and how you can use it. Now, before that, let me tell you that I have a special surprise and you can win a free reading with me. Make sure to listen to the end of the video and you will learn how easy it will be. We are starting our journey from the very last day of October, actually, when we have Mercury turning retrograde in your sign, Scorpio. That means it happens in your first house, and it means that you need to be extra careful with everything you do personally. Mercury will be retrograde only in your sign during the whole time, which continues until the 20th. And this is a time of reflection, time to reassess your actions, your behavior, your projects, basically everything which is personally important for you, personal relationships, personal traveling plans, personal education, personal career, everything, really everything. So it doesn't mean that, oh, that's the worst aspect or the worst position. That's not true, especially because while Mercury is retrograde this time, it will have only positive aspects, guys. So you are quite lucky. And it means that it could be quite productive time for restarting something, start doing something which has been important for you in the past, or take action on an idea that has been important for you in the past. Yes, things may not go as fast as usual or as smooth as usual, or you may need to go back, fix something, be careful of your communication, of how you express yourself. But this is also a time to slow down a little bit and to have a clear idea of what's working and what's not. And if something hasn't worked, then fix it or change it or leave it. Also, another interesting ingression for you on the 1st, at the beginning of the month, Venus moves to your second house. This, guys, is a very positive position for Venus, actually. And it can bring a positive impact to your finances. Some kind of positive financial opportunities, or maybe you can earn some money, maybe you can receive a gift, or you may buy yourself something that you would really enjoy. However, don't forget Mercury retrograde, so no big decisions, no big purchases. That's what I would recommend you. But you may still enjoy, buying something small for yourself. For example, after all, when Mercury is retrograde, it doesn't mean that life should stop. So yeah, Venus brings those opportunities in your second house. On the 5th, there is one challenging aspect. Mars in your 12th house squaring Pluto in your 3rd house. Now, to be honest, those are not really one of the most important houses in the chart. So it may even be not that significant for you. However, you need to be careful specifically of how you communicate with others, how you express yourself with friends, neighbors, siblings, even co-workers, people you meet on a daily basis. There might be confrontations, there might be power struggles, there might be manipulations or anger, or even desire, to get rid of something. And at the same time, this might be related to some secret information which can be revealed, something behind the scenes which now you may learn about. So that can be kind of the positive side. Then on the 8th, the sun in your first house, the sun in Scorpio, connecting positively to Saturn in 3rd house and Neptune in 5th house. That's a very nice combination for some practical ideas, creative ideas, personal ideas, which you can structure, which you can plan in a way, which you can even materialize. So the sun is in your first house actually until the 22nd. So those like 3 weeks approximately, the first 3 weeks of November, are mostly focused on you and your actions. So you're kind of the main player. You are the main character in this place. So don't be afraid to, you know, take some personal decisions, to, you know, share them with other people, to be creative, to use this inspiration, and just to enjoy the process at the same time. Then on the 9th, Mercury in 1st, connecting positively to Pluto in 3rd house. This can help you to get very clear about certain ideas, to have a lot of focus on something, maybe solving an issue from the past, solving some task that you haven't been able to solve so far. And you might feel empowered at the same time, you know, you might feel really focused and really passionate about certain idea, about certain project, personally important for you, or related to, you know, the communication with other people as well. Then on the 11th, another key aspect for you guys, the sun joins Mercury retrograde in your first house. So what an intense combination of mental activity, communication activity, doing something that's important for you as an idea, as a concept, focusing, exploring, diving deeper into some ideas. So from one side, the mind can be quite active and even overwhelmed, but the focus always brings us the opportunity, you know, to have a more significant result. So use this wisely, use this creatively, especially for solving some past tasks or ideas. On the 12th, a very important full moon, triggering your 7th and 1st house. So that's a time to find more balance in your relationships, how you act, how you react, how you communicate with partners in your personal life, in your business, in the business area as well, and find out what needs to be fixed. Is there something you need to let go of? Is there something you need to separate with? Maybe a relationship which is not healthy, which is not working well for you, or just find new ways of connecting to those partners, to those, you know, important people in your life. And at the same time, there is a positive combination between Mars in your 12th and Jupiter in your 2nd house. So this can be a great time to feel inspired to take some action related to practical things, or it could be also great for some spiritual work. Oops, sorry, I missed my gemstone. I'm keeping it in my hand. So Mars in your 12th house can be a very positive for focusing on some spiritual practices, you know, physical practices at the same time. And Mars and Jupiter, that's a great aspect just for, you know, be more inspired to do something, to be more optimistic about your actions, about your projects. It may not be necessarily, you know, visible on a material level. After all, 12th house is a very private area, but that can be important for you. On the 13th, another multiple combination of aspects Mercury retro in first, Saturn in third, and Neptune in fifth, bringing you those ideas, those creative insights, I would say, but also things that you enjoy doing, inspiration. Basically, we can really call that inspirational ideas of for taking action. Fifth, third, and first house. So yes, you can be quite productive. Yes, it can be pleasant at the same time. And also with Saturn being the focus point, those can be some concrete results which you can materialize. On the 14th, there is one challenging aspect of Venus in your second house and Neptune in your fifth house. So very, very careful of financial stuff, what you spend your money on. In the love romantic area, there may also be potential mistake or disappointment, or somebody may mislead you, or you may find yourself very sensitive, very emotional when it comes to those two areas of your life. So I would recommend you to avoid taking important decisions in regards to finances and love. Basically, that's the key thing here. On the 19th, there is a big shift for you guys. On the 19th of November, Mars ingresses in Scorpio in your first house. So, of course, that's one of the key aspects for you. And it's something that happens once in 2 years. So, it is a big deal. And this is a position which can help you to have more vitality, to be more energized, to be more proactive. Yes, you may also become quite impatient or rush through things, but I'm kind of a fan of Mars, you know. I think that the positives of Mars are more than the negatives, especially when we use it wisely. So do things, be active, be brave. And the good news is that on the very next day, on the 20th, Mercury is also turning direct in your first house. So basically those 2 days, those couple of days around the 19th and the 20th can bring a significant shift for you. And things can go back to normal. You may find that, you know, things are smoother. You have a clearer idea of what you would like to do. You can definitely start many things after that. It would be not only a beneficial time, but even a necessity for you, in my opinion, to take action related to your new ideas. To be proactive also in communication, in the intellectual area as well. So those are really important days. On the 22nd, after that, the sun will ingress in your second house, bringing more focus to the practical area, to the concrete results, and of course, the resources and the money you earn. The sun in second house brings more light, more energy, so you can take inspired actions towards achieving something practical and concrete, potentially improve your finances, and overall feel also energetically more vital. The sun is the source of energy. Second house is also our personal energy as one of the most important resources that we have. So the sun in second house can bring you this increased vitality. Then on the 24th, you have one of the most positive aspects, Venus joining Jupiter in your second house. What a great combination, especially for finances. Money, presents, opportunities, receiving, increasing your own resources. You may really benefit on the 24th and around it, actually. So new goals, Also keep in mind that Venus is the ruler, the natural ruler of second house. So that increases the importance and the positivity of those combinations. At the same time, you also need to be cautious because Mars in first house will have an opposition with Uranus in your seventh house. And this can make you very impatient, very sometimes reckless or impulsive, and especially the communication with other people might be kind of a trigger for you. So don't rush things too much. Don't kind of, don't let your anger control you. Don't be harsh with other people at the same time. But if you feel like it's really time for a change, like you need freedom or you need to put the end on a relationship, then this aspect can bring this liberative energy for you guys. And one more thing also, don't do risky stuff like extreme sports, like driving unsafely, be extra careful. The 25th brings another positive Venus ingression into your third house, harmonizing your communication, your connections, great for negotiations, to enjoy some traveling, to enjoy spending time with your friends, especially females, but not only. And just have those, positive experiences when you're connecting, when you are surrounded with other people. Then on the 26th, the new moon is happening in your second house. The new lunar cycle, the new opportunities, time for some new goals, time for expansion, specifically related to the resources, to the money, and your own energy. So take this inspiration, use it, and take action. Set up some new goals. Be concrete. What exactly would you like to materialize? When would you like to materialize it? Try to be really specific about it. But after that, you have to take some action as usual. But this new moon can bring you the inspiration and even the confidence to take action related to your desires. Then on the 27th, Neptune turns direct in your fifth house. Specifically on this day, you may find yourself not very logically responding when it comes to love and your personal life or creativity or your kids. So don't take important decisions around this day. But after that, it can be very interesting because if you have some inspiring creative ideas, it might be easier for you actually to use them on a material level, to externalize them, to put them into a more visible form. So yes, it could be important as well. And then on the 28th, Mercury already direct in your first house, connecting positively to Neptune, also direct in your fifth house. That's a great time when you may feel inspired, when you may feel creative ideas, inspiration, but also you can improve your communication. You may show more compassion to other people who are important to you, like your kids, like your romantic partner. You may even fall in love. You may even kind of feel more connected to others. So, yep, that's quite nice. At the same time, Venus in third house connects positively to Uranus in seventh house, bringing some positive surprises from partners, from relationships, new ideas, changes, exciting things, maybe some trips that you haven't planned, like you can go on impulsively and do them and just enjoy the process and the communication, both with friends and with romantic partners. And the very last aspect this month, Mercury in Scorpio, Mercury in first house, connecting to Saturn in third house. Be more structured when it comes to intellectual work, plan, be precise, be logical, materialize your ideas. That's one of the best aspects for materialization of all kinds of ideas. So they come from you, but they may include other people like friends or co-workers as well. And they really have something practical about those ideas. So what a wonderful way to end the month. And now the fun part of how you can win the free reading by me. You have to make a picture or a screenshot of your monthly horoscope on your computer, on your phone, doesn't really matter. You have to post it on Instagram and tag me. You can see my profile here, Marina Stoichkova. I will include the link for my Instagram in the description if that would make it easier for you. So thank you very much, Scorpio. Please let me know if you enjoy those type of presentations, if they are helpful for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear also how you are handling with Mercury retro, then with Mars in Scorpio. I'm sure that there will be lots of shifts, lots of new ideas after that, and more inspiration, hopefully. Thank you very much as usual. I'm sending you hugs and kisses. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon.